Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. We got something a little different today. A friend, I've been out of the RC boat industry for quite some time, and I don't race anymore or anything, but I still do some stuff for some friends, motor work and prop work. And what we got here today is a prop that needs to be balanced and sharpened and everything. And just make sure, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'm getting it in there close enough. That is an X670. I don't know if it's in focus or not, but that tells me it's an Octura X 70 millimeter in diameter times 1.6 pitch ratio. So we got this set in millimeters. We're going to zero it. So this should be, if nobody has messed with it, it should be 70. $68.69. I'm going to probably go with that. I think if I get it. Yeah. That's 70. Somebody might have already touched this one because I'm missing quite a bit on the diameter. But it's originally supposed to be 70. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a balance, sharpen, and polish. Now, let's just see what the balance is like right quick here before we get too into this thing. And that's a magnetic balancer. Alright, we're heavy on that blade right there. Okay, knowing this is an Octura blade, I don't know exactly it's an Octura blade, but I'm like 99% sure it's an Octura blade, but it doesn't matter. If you don't know what this is, treat it as though it's beryllium copper, because most RC boat props are beryllium copper unless they're stainless or chrome. So most of them will be. There's a few out there that are just solid brass, some aluminum, but they're far and few between. I'll guarantee you this has got beryllium in it. It's dangerous as hell. So you see the respirator? This is, and by no means am I showing you how to do it. I'm showing you how I do it. This is not an endorsement to you to go out there and do it. Send your prop to somebody that knows what they're doing. Better yet, buy it already polished and balanced and sharpened. And then that way you don't have to go through this. But we've been doing this for years, and we've been, you know, following the proper precautions, which I think I'm following the proper precautions. You know how that goes. Somebody's going to say, oh no, we always did it like this. This is how I do it. So, looking at this, and like I said, don't do this at home. You come from a center line off of this. So it's showing this blade, so we're going to come from right here to the center line. Everything below the center line that the prop sits in, right here, some part of that's got to come off. So we look at it, it's not sharp by no means. But what we're going to do, we're going to get it in balance, and then we're going to work on the sharp part. And that's pretty easy. You want it to pierce the water very cleanly, and create the less amount of cavitation as possible. And what that does, What that does, it keeps from eroding the blade. These things spin at the given, whether it's a modified motor or a stock motor, it could be as much as 19,000 RPMs through the water. And a lot of cavitation will just tear this all to hell and back. So for the simple sanding, I use a cutting fluid, which is really sticky stuff. I don't want none of the dust getting off of that. And you could do it on a belt sander or something like that over there, but you're going to throw beryllium all around your shop. Not a good idea, you know, especially if you've got kids or something like that, or little animals like Frank. This beryllium I can wipe up, pretty much know where it's at. Then when I buff it, the buffing compound holds it on the wheel. But I wear my respirator, most definitely. So we're going to check and any kind of dust that you leave on it like that, behind or anything like that, weighs. So you have to clean it every time. A little bit of denatured alcohol does good. Somebody else has messed with this thing. Give it a quick hit on the balancer, see what we got. Still a little heavy on that blade. Okay. There it is. Alright, and this is going to be a long involved process, so I'm going to stop talking. Y'all just watch, and I'm probably going to speed it up. Cleaned up, throw it on the balancer, see what's heavy, what's not. And not only that, these seam lines, I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've done this. I like to get those out of there too. And I'll do that right now. But that's the mold seam, the lines for that. Once I buff it, all this will be nice and pretty. And like I said, I'll buff it with a respirator on, and I'll clean up when I'm done. And there's the other line right there. And like I said, I'm just helping a friend out here is all I'm doing. I'm not getting back into it by no means. We used to race all over the United States, and it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of really wonderful people. But that is a very expensive hobby. Very expensive. And then you had the smart people that only ran one boat. I wasn't smart like those. I think I ran like 3 or 4. So your money just goes up. That's what that trailer was originally for, was to haul the boats around. So we don't do that anymore. We hang out with you guys all the time. So that's a good thing. All right, we're getting there. And it doesn't take long to do it. It's got a little wobble to it. All right, we're going to go to the buffer with that. We're going to finish balancing it with the buffer. And like I tell people, you know, they say, well, man, a finished prop costs $100. You're going to find out why. You're going to find out why a finished prop costs $100. Not all of them do. 75, 80 bucks for a good prop. Ooh, that's good. And I'm not kidding. So my voice is going to be muffled a little bit while I'm doing this. So, and it's going to sound like my breathing is labored. Well, it is labored. It's pulling it through a filter. So.
don't mean a whole bunch. That's not true, but it does help. See, those are straight across now. And is that balanced? Yeah. Is it perfect? No. But you got a lot of variables. Is that piece sharpened exactly to the center point? That rod, is it exactly to the center point of, are these riding on the center point of that? You know, now we could actually twist these so there's a lot of variables even in the balancer. We're going to twist that one over, and it wants to hover right about there. All right, let me shake this shit off of me. Oh. All right. And you can't be too careful. It's a dangerous metal, and we all know that. The poor people that worked in the industry around beryllium are not doing real well right now. So it is what it is. You know. I basically just spray down the penetrating oil so you can mop it up. Is this harsh precautions? Absolutely not. And I'm sure we got some contamination. We're not free of that by no means, but we did a fairly decent job. So
All right. So, well, that was damn good of me. It's sharp. Yes, indeed. Very sharp. And that's good. That's what you want. You want it sharp. Sharp. Good in balance. Not great in balance. Good in balance. Quite a transformation of what we had to what we got right now, though, isn't it? So, that's how I do it. I do not recommend doing it. I recommend you going out and buying an already done prop, because trust me, just the equipment I had to do that is the offset of the cost of one of these things. So, but I always did like, I always did like doing them. And that's sharp. That's pretty sharp. That's the reason it's really against the law for anybody who races that has a IMPBA or NAMBA license like I did. It's, you do not run one of these boats in a where people are swimming or there's another boat in the water or people fishing. You have to run on a sanctioned track. But there you go. That one's good to go right there. So I hope I convinced you in buying your props already done. There's people out there that's all set up doing this, or set up for doing it, should I say. And that have a better balancer than this. I mean, this is a good one. Don't get me wrong. They make better out there, much better. So, but this is a good little balancer. It actually was designed to do airplane propellers because it's so tall, but it does regular propellers, and it's made by, what's this, is Top Flight PowerPoint Precision Magnetic Balancer. So, had that quite some years, and it still does a very good job. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hit like and subscribe. Leave me a comment if I did something wrong, if I did something right, or if you like what I did or you don't like what I did. Other than that, y'all have a wonderful day.